Hello everybody, welcome back. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, ring the bell, whatever. Sorry my throat's still a bit out of commission, but I don't want to be going this long without putting stuff out. So I've just noticed that the yeah, sorry about this. The guy at the centre of the Epping hotel protest, he was an Ethiopian, a national who came here on one of the channel boats and went on to seriously sexually assault a British citizen. Now, I want to say that this video isn't about picking on somebody because they colour of their skin before anybody says that, because we all know that that is the kind of go-to shutdown tactic from hard liberals, as I'll call them. But what I would like to say is, this video, I would say, what I want people to take for it is the absolute shocking sentences handed out to beasts, no matter what colour, ethnicity, fucking what football team you support. Nobody gives a fuck. You're a beast, that is it. Case closed, right? But imagine the double kick in the face, right? The double kick in the face to the victim when you found out that this guy came here, this guy broke your immigration laws and came here and done this, which I think is, if I, being a father, if that was my child, I would go absolutely fucking tonto. That's a double spit in the face to me, but that's my personal subjective feelings. Everybody's different, and that's no aimed at anybody, that's just the way it is. But anyway, this video focuses on the fact that this guy has just been sentenced to a whopping 12 months in prison, right? You heard that. An Ethiopian guy who came here on a dinghy, went to a hotel, get put up at the expense of the British taxpayer, and went out and raped a 14-year-old lassie. So fucking every time I'm on here, there's sirens, man. I think they wait till I'm making something. Anyway, so I just want to pull up some of the media reports right now. Remember that newspapers are written in a certain style which reflects their political leanings, so I just want to be objective. I'm no fucking on this side of the issue. You could say that, oh, this is right wing, right? I don't really care, man. You're just trying to tar me with a brush. I'm worried about who's in my country who's not meant to be here, especially the fact, given the fact, now we all know I read about this shit, that ISIS have urged their followers to attack Christian events. Now let me ask you a question before this is a bit of a sidetrack. Where do you think these ISIS fighters are? Where do you think they are? They're in our towns, in our cities, and not just in the UK. They'll be in America, they'll be in France. Anybody that was involved in the war in Syria and the toppling of Bashar al-Assad. So whoever attacked ISIS during that war will be a target. And ISIS have diversified. Now they're no hold up in a town in fucking northern Iraq or central Syria. Now they've spread out, they're fragmented, right? So they're fucking, don't get me started, right? But anyway, the point is, I want to get back to, no, I want to share some of the newspaper articles, right? So this one is from, hold on, the BBC, right? Epping hotel resident guilty of sex assault on girl. Now, you might have been like, what the fuck are you laughing at there? The way they're describing him, Epping hotel resident, like he came here on holiday and was just out minding his own business, but it just happened to fucking assault some poor fucking lassie minding her own business. Which is, that's pretty infuriating on its own. But anyway, This is a scumbag here. So that's his body cam footage. So it just says, a man whose arrest led to protests outside a hotel in Epping has been found guilty of sexually assaulting a 14-year-old girl and a woman. So he's assaulted two different victims. I don't think I was aware of that. Hadush Kebatu from Ethiopia touched the girl and said he wanted to have a baby with her during incidents in Epping, Essex on 7th and 8th of July. His arrest led to a wave of demonstrations outside the Bell Hotel where Kebatu was staying as an asylum seeker. A judge at Chelmsford Magistrates Court also found him guilty of harassing the girl, inciting her to engage in sexual activity and an attempted sexual assault, and warned him to expect a prison sentence. Kebatu attempted to kiss the girl and place his hand on her thigh, as well as asking her to kiss another child in front of him, the court held. Fuck me, mate. This is the type of people that are walking about here, mate. And I know we've got Lorraine as well, but it's bad enough trying to fucking deal with them without trying to import any of these nutters. Perverted fuck. Sorry about that. When a woman intervened, he also placed his hand on her thigh, which she said made her feel shocked and uncomfortable before she called the police. Kebatu told the judge he had been living at the Bell Hotel for about a week before his arrest, having travelled through, wait for it, Sudan, get why you wouldn't want to stay there, Libya, I get why you wouldn't want to stay there, Italy and France, I would well stay there, to get to the UK, know what I mean? He insisted during his 3-day trial he was not a wild animal. Now that was a direct quote, adding, I can't do these kind of things. This is anti-Christian. These are just children, innocent children. See, to me, this is the epitome of a pedophile's thinking. He thinks he's just being loving and caring towards kids, and see the really sinister ones for the shit, mad shit I've read for the FBI and all that. They're the most dangerous ones. I think they don't think there's anything wrong with what they're doing. They think they love kids. It's a form of love. Like, no, mate, you need a form of fucking shock treatment. During the trial, one witness told the court he heard Kebatu telling the girls, come back to Africa, you would be a good wife. Fucking hell, man. They'd been eating pizza in Epping Town Centre when they were propositioned by the defendant, who invited them back to the Bell Hotel, right? So he's trying to fucking, oh, quit, mate. I don't need to explain it, know what I mean? Out of nowhere, he said, I want one baby from you and one baby from your friend, he told the girl. What, mate? Kebatu was then seen telling her she was pretty and attempting to kiss her on the bench the following day before placing his hand on her thigh. She told detectives she froze during the encounter and told Kebatu, no, I'm 14, but claimed he responded, age did not matter. Aye, they usually don't take beefs like you. Yeah, fucking trash pail, man. Kebatu was overheard telling the girls he was from Africa and paid €2,500 to arrive in the UK, so that's the equivalent of £2,155. At the trial, he gave his date of birth as December 1986, making him 38, but court records suggest he was 41. What is it with you, man? At an earlier hearing, Judge Williams heard Kebatu had arrived in the UK by boat. Kebatu told the judge he was a teacher of sports in his home country. Aye, were you? Aye, fuck's sake. What were you teaching, you fucking scumbag? He described children as the future of tomorrow, the new generation. No, what? Mate, goodbye, Bonnywood. However, the judge said Kebatu became oafed, visibly aroused when he asked the girl to kiss another child in front of him on 8th of July. Beast. He's a hammer, I'm doing him. He was stopped from talking to the group by a woman who intervened, who engaged him in conversation about his CV. She told the court of feeling shocked and uncomfortable when Kebatu then put his hand on her thigh before calling the police. So he's just putting on them dates that's coming into contact with my pure fruitcake. And the 999 call was played to court, in which she could be heard screaming, "Get away from them kids." Delivering his verdict, Judge Williams said, "You knew that she was only 14 years old," he said to the defendant about his victim, adding she was wearing her school uniform on the second encounter. Kebatu was warned he faced an immediate custodial sentence when he returned to court on 23rd of September, right? So this nut job has already been sentenced to 12 fucking months. So here it is here. Look, manipulative asylum seeker at centre of Epping hotel protest jailed for sexually assaulting girl. Now that's, you could take that one or two ways, that title, why they're leaning about it, know what I mean? But what the thing is, they're calling him asylum seeker, know what I mean? What's he fleeing for? So look, an asylum hotel resident has been jailed for 12 months for sexually assaulting a woman, a 14-year-old girl, which sparked multiple demonstrations in Essex. Now, I don't really want to go right into reading fucking entire newspaper reports, so I want to try and find the judge's summation. And I'm sure in that he had said, where is it? Oh, look, right, look. Molly Dias mitigating for Kebatu, instead of just saying his fucking lawyer, said the defendant's firm wishes to be deported as soon as possible. Aye, I bet you is, so you can go there and get away with it, because you get fucking caught out here, you fucking scumbag. You've been doing that out there and getting away with it, probably, because it's a pure failed state, man. I don't know if it's a failed state, but it's fucking developing nation, I believe they call it. That was his view before the trial, and that remains his view today. Like, he's saying, "Oh, no, what? See if you just let me have it, I'll deport myself, mate." Aye, so you fucking will. She said he had no previous convictions recorded. Aye, and that name he's given the government here, fuck's sake. He's probably got about fucking 20 aliases. Fuck's sake. Travelled through all sorts of countries, think he's used the same name, and he's into it, like accosting children and all that. Nah, mate, doesn't happen. Oh, wait. Sentencing him, the judge said he agreed with the author of the pre-sentencing report that Kebatu was, quote, manipulative when interviewed, after he stated his lack of English and mental health as a reason for not remembering what happened. So the fact that this tells me he knows he's done wrong, he knows what he's done wrong. In this country, we don't accept this sort of fucking behaviour. If you were fair, if you were fair in this country and you walked about doing that, you would get lettered, bro. But people are reticent to pipe up and do something and say this and do that because being branded racist, being sacked for their work, a lot of people are scared to speak out. But I'm just reporting it for the way I see it, mate. Do you know what I mean? Really sorry about my voice, but no much I can do. Hold on. So the judge said, "It's evident to me that your shame and remorse isn't because of the offences you've committed, but because of the impact they've had." The judge said Kebatu told a probation officer he was aware of the unrest that the offending had caused and knew that other law-abiding asylum seekers were impacted by the offending. Aye, well, that's on you, but I don't condone. Let me just make this clear, right? I don't condone any sort of premeditated violence, right? But I condone self-defence. So if something, like, if he came up to somebody and done that, and the lassie just fucking broke his nose, his jaw, like maced him, whatever, to me, she done the right thing there. It's just because these are children. Do you know what I mean? But like, look at that lassie in Dundee, that's another story, you know what I mean? But people are just like, do you know what, I don't give a fuck, mate. I'd rather live to tell the tale, you know what I mean? That's the way I see it, man. Because I'm genuinely concerned about um, who's walking amongst us in our cities. Um, and do you know what the sad fact is? A scumbag like this is probably at the lower end of the fucking criminal scale about who's walking about here, man. I will bet my life on that. It's frightening. So the judge said Kebitu took Kebitu must sign the sex offenders register for 10 years and has been made subject to a 5-year sexual harm prevention order. He also ordered that Kebitu pay £650 prosecution costs and a £187 victim surcharge. Shadow Home Secretary Chris Philp said justice has now been served and the government must now deport this criminal immediately. The reality is this vile crime should never have been allowed to happen. I agree with you there. But tell me something. He's been sentenced to a year in prison. He's been deported, but he's for Ethiopia. He's been deported to Ethiopia after he's got out of prison. How are you going to enforce a 10-year sex offenders register in a 5-year sexual harm prevention order in fucking Ethiopia, you steamers? What's all that about? Like, somebody help me here. I'm asking a question, I'm not making it. I know the answer to this. I want to know what the answer to that is because that sounds like fucking free loopholes. For this, I just fucking say you'll deport yourself and you'll be sorted, mate. Go and date somebody else. Fucking scumbags, man. Aye. On one today. Oh shit, I didn't even pull that up. I don't think I didn't even share that. Sorry, man. Aye, but it's a fucking joke. What's going on now? I just hope and pray every day that there isn't that nothing really comes out of this. I don't want to see cities getting burnt down, shit going up there, people feeling uncertain, fucking living in fear. Like, that's no way to live, know what I mean? By any stretch. But the fact of the matter is, there is threats that the government's allowed to grow in the UK. Not everybody that comes here is like, do you know what? I'm going to come out and say this, right? See somebody that come on that boat and just wants a good life. He's just like, no, what, fuck it. But we need to have a cap on that, right? I don't mind maybe the odd couple slipping through that are just want to come here with our wains, want a better life, and we can offer that better life, right? No issue with you, mate. None at all. But see the ones who are coming here for the wrong reasons, I have a massive, massive issue with. And it's nothing to do with your colour, your ethnicity. It's about your intentions. That's what it's about for me. So I just thought I would make that clear because, you know, there's people out there that would love to try and paint you a certain way and all that shit. But to me, it doesn't work anymore, man. I've seen through it all. That's what I always say. If you look at a problem long enough, you'll figure it out. Please, I was going to say thank you everybody for bearing with me because of my voice. I didn't say to my pa, I didn't want to do another video until I sorted it out, but it's been like this for ages now. I think I've got some sort of infection still. So thank you for bearing with me. Cheers for watching, everybody, and I will see you next time I'm back on. Have a good day.